Well, we're going to find out if Patience is actually proxying something on the map. We're jumping right into Yonsu. Map number 4 between Stardust and Patience. And to the bottom left, we have Patience starting in red. He's down 1 map in the series. He needs to win 2 in a row now if he wants to advance to the semifinal. The ASUS ROG 2014. And starting to the top right, we have his opponent. Very solid performance so far by the Mind Sanity player. Stardust looking great in the mirror match. Can he win it right now, or will he have to play a 5th map against his opponent? So far, we have pretty normal timings for both of them. Hitting the gateway there at 13, and a very, very mirror match so far. And I really want to see if Patience is doing what we just talked about. If he's trying to be a little bit sneaky against Stardust, who so far really seems to be the much more solid player.
Yeah. I think with both of them doing the same build here, and with Yonsu being a true Blink map, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar like we saw on the first map on Frost, where both went for 3-gate Blink with a Robo facility. Now, one thing that's different is because it's a 2-player map, scouting info will be more easily obtained. And with Stardust moving out here, I can't help but wonder if he's going to proxy like a Stargate.
Well, right now
not with the way he moves.
Stardust is definitely the player who scouts a lot faster, and he scouts a lot faster than he did in the games before. Getting into the main base here, of course, already seen by the probe that Patience sent out. But yeah, just confirms what's going on. He sees the 2nd gate immediately.
Okay, this is Patience's Blink build. That's how he did it on Frost. 2-gate into Twilight Council. That's how he feels he can still be safe against someone who does a 3-gate attack against him, because it can be difficult to hold off with just a single gate. Just like Stardust experienced on Daedalus Point. He had 1 gateway going into tech, and no, he had 1 gateway, no tech, but he had 1 gateway, and he lost to a 3-gate. So that's how Patience is playing safe. And if Stardust knows how to read the signs, and if Patience plays 2 straight up, Stardust will already know that there's a Blink coming.
What do you think would be the best reaction for Stardust if he really sees what's going on here?
He can either do the same thing, or he can go for very quick Dark Templars. And actually he's going for Stargate.
How does that work out?
Well, he's not quite sure that Patience is truly again doing Twilight Council, which now we see he is. And Stargate is still a very okay build. Usually when you have different builds, it's not so much about which counters which one, but it's about you knowing what the other is doing and them not knowing what you are doing. Information truly is the bigger advantage than build order wins of any kind.
One thing that we saw in the last map already is that even if you identify what's going on, it can still do a lot of damage. We had that Oracle moving in by Patience, and it should have been shut down right away because he saw it coming, he knew where it was, he had Stalkers in position, and he still lost 7 Harvesters just because he was focused on a different part of the map. So if Stardust is able to sneak in that Oracle, the Blink build that we're going to see by Patience here might not even really come into play.
Yeah, it all depends on the army movement of Patience. If he has 3 Stalkers parked in his mineral line, he's safe against the Oracle, but he's giving up map control. Yet if he moves everything out and the Oracle gets into his base, that's going to be hell. So let's see. Mothership Core will try to get that information I talked about. He sees the Oracle building and recalls out. That means Patience cannot get aggressive now. He already doesn't have Photon Overcharge because he used the energy on the Mothership Core. And there's no way that if he keeps 3 Stalkers at home, that he has enough units, even if he has Blink, to put any kind of pressure on Stardust, who still has Photon Overcharge. So Patience has got to play this defensively, and that means immediately make a Nexus. If he doesn't make a Nexus and he's not aggressive, how is he ever going to come ahead in this game? And that's what he does.
Yep, gets the Nexus here, his Blink is halfway done, he has the Stalkers already in the mineral line, and that Oracle is not going to do a lot. But with that simple move, Stardust already in a position where he has not to be afraid that his opponent is going to get too aggressive against him. So we have now also the expansion and follow-up for Stardust.
It's a good move.
He's the one who actually has the faster robotics here now as well.
Yeah, it's a good move for Stardust because he also realizes everything that I just explained. And because he knows that Patience's only recourse is to expand, he can do the same thing.
He also double-checked with the Oracle now. He knows that there's an expansion. He's still trying to find maybe an opening somewhere in the main base where he can take down a couple of Harvesters. But he has to be very, very careful now, since Blink is about to be completed. If that Oracle is out of position just once, a simple Blink is going to kill it.
Yeah, very well said, Calder. There was no harm in trying out the 2-gate into Twilight Council. So he knows Blink finishes at 7:30. At exactly 7:30, he moved away out of fear for Blink. Stardust showing himself very well aware of the timings here.
Patience is still trying to put on a bit of aggression and forcing Stardust to play a little bit more defensive. He has a forward pylon there, And back at home, we still see those Stalkers defending the mineral line. But for now, he's just trying to do some damage. But he is up against an Immortal now. He can blink away, of course, the force field having no huge effect here. But with that one Immortal, that's already a big advantage, of course, for Stardust. And Patience blinks up the ramp.
I'm very surprised by this. I'm more than a little bit shocked. He killed the Immortal, but lost at least 3 Stalkers. Let's see, how many did he lose? 3 to 5? I'm not quite sure, sorry.
Well,
I think he lost 5 Stalkers. Yeah, he did. Ouch. That was not worth it. And Stardust is just comfortably expanding and making his own Stalkers, keeping half on the high and low ground. And Patience, he cannot afford to make any probes that is natural or spread, because he's only committed 3 Stalkers to the defense. And
that means that the income is much better for Stardust, since he currently saturates 2 mineral lines, which we can also see right here. And he also has a lead there. We have 31 Harvesters against 25, so very good position for Stardust here. But suddenly the Stalkers are entering the main base, and that's something that apparently Stardust didn't really see. So Patience starting to do some damage. The Photon Overcharge is saving grace for now, and he loses another Stalker there. Actually 2.
Another one.
Wow.
Didn't get blinked along. But now he's got the force field on the ramp. Will he use it in time? Yes, he does. And he's got another one, but very smartly Stardust has some units on the low ground. Can he snipe out that sentry though with the energy? No.
He's trying to, but yeah, the Nexus already takes a lot of damage. He killed 1 additional Stalker. As soon as the force field is gone, he can move in. He blinks actually into...
Why did he blink forward?
I have no idea. Like,
he does have another sentry, so that was actually wise. I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was bringing in another sentry from below.
I didn't see that sentry either.
That looked very risky, but what he wanted was full murder on everything Stardust had on the low ground. Now he didn't only kill the Nexus, he also killed all the probes that were there. So that was actually a really good move.
That one sneaky sentry.
I was so scared for him.
Yeah, it really looked like you had no chance of surviving there. Blink already in cooldown and the army about to go down, but then there's another another force field hits. But he loses way too much here.
Move command
busy,
there.
Yeah, he was busy with dealing with the Oracle at the bottom of the map.
Actually, our observer Funka was looking at the same thing Patience was. Just as that fight was about to start at the top there, Funka looked at the bottom, and I was like, I'm sure there's something amazing going on there, but it wasn't amazing. Patience was move commanding into the enemy army and lost a lot there. And with the amount of numbers that he lost, even though he now has a Nexus and Stardust doesn't, Stardust seizes the opportunity to do a counterattack. And I can't imagine Patience will have enough units to defend himself, so very wisely he attacks.
Yeah, he goes for the aggression right now, but we have 2 Immortal, and that's a lot of power that he has there. He can do a lot of damage, especially against the buildings, of course. Photon Overcharge already baited out there. Cancel on the attempted Nexus for Stardust. And he's just going straight for his opponent's pile and powering all the gateways. We will not see any additional units moved in by Patience. Stardust at the same time is currently supply blocked. Nice force fields trapping all of the Harvesters. And currently Patience is only looking at 4 probes.
Where are they? Let's see. Where are the probes? They're at the natural, so you can escape some to do a base trade. The army size is similar, actually. 2,300 against 2,100 in mineral value. Yeah, but it is bigger for Stardust.
We have 3 Immortals for him as well.
And the Nexus is still alive for Stardust.
Yeah. And of course, all those probes that he can still use to just tank a few shots there. Patience is losing everything at the bottom, and Stardust decides that it's time to just move back with this entire army. Another run of warp-ins, also going strong. That Immortal still dishing out damage. Patience, of course, using his blink ability as much as he can here. The Harvester count now going down for Stardust as well. He's down to 11 against 5 Harvesters. Immortal is already gone, and in terms of army size, we still have Stardust with the lead. 41 against 32.
This is a Blink Stalker army, and he's got the high ground. I'm liking Patience's position in this game. He's still got 2 Nexi alive. Stardust was forced to come back. 1 Nexus will die at least, but his main Nexus actually looks like it will survive.
Well, the Immortal here is taking a few shots off, and starting at the bottom, we still have 2 Zealots taking down the Natural, and 1 Stalker in the main base, and there's nothing, there's 1 pylon where he could warp in, but he doesn't have the gateway power anymore.
Mothership Core lost for Patience, a bit of a sloppy loss. Why is he taking the fight here?
He's in the corner, he's blinking forward, but those 2 Immortals, they are having a field day here. They are taking down unit after unit. He lets them dance as well, and Stardust, he takes the series with a 3-1.
I think Patience could have won that game, but Stardust played phenomenal, of course. Thanks for walking behind us.